I have spent a lifetime peering into the hidden corners of our planet, observing life where most would never think to look. And today I invite you to step with me beyond the familiar, into dwellings sculpted by pressure, heat, salt, and shadow. These are not mere shelters. They are entire worlds, sustained by remarkable adaptations and the relentless creativity of evolution. Prepare to be surprised, to feel a humbling sense of wonder, and perhaps to see our own place in the tapestry of life a little differently. Far below the sunlit surface, where light cannot penetrate, I descend into a world of darkness punctuated by pillars of mineral and smoke. Hydrothermal vents puncture the ocean floor like chimneys, belching scalding, chemical-rich water into an otherwise frigid abyss. Around these vents, life clusters in astonishing abundance, drawn to the chemical feast that sustains them. The builders of this realm are not mammals or birds, but microbes, chemosynthetic bacteria that convert hydrogen sulfide and other molecules into organic matter. They form the very base of an ecosystem, feeding tube worms, clams, crabs that make their homes on the vent flanks. Tube worms, for instance, anchor themselves to the rock and in housings made of chitin, rising in dense forests of soft tissue and red plumes. Riftia host bacteria inside their bodies. The worm has no mouth or gut, a living vessel for its microbial partners. The vents are ephemeral, yet life springs up swiftly whenever conditions allow. Islands in the abyss, each hosting species found nowhere else. High above the depths, where tectonic unrest warms the earth, hot springs and geysers create mosaic landscapes of steaming pools and colorful precipitates. In these thermal realms, heat is both a threat and a source of life. Only a select few endure boiling water, acidic steam, and mineral scouring. Thermophilic bacteria and archaea thrive here, performing metabolic feats that seem impossible at lower temperatures. They form mats that ripple like living carpets, each layer tuned to a precise niche. Around cooler edges, more complex organisms arrive. Insects and small crustaceans shuttle nutrients between hot and cold. Geysers sculpt transient habitats, yet microbes recolonize scoured surfaces within days. Mineral cycles and microbial succession build terraces, a palimpsest of past and present life. To stand at a boiling rim is to feel the planet's heat and life writing its own rules. Beneath the visible surface of stone, a hidden city exists. Endolithic organisms, bacteria, algae, fungi, tiny animals, colonize minute fractures within rocks, extracting moisture and shelter from the very fabric of the earth. In deserts, they hide from UV and desiccation. Within rock, temperatures soften and water lingers. In polar and alpine realms, they are pioneers, persisting under extreme stress with metabolic thrift. Even concrete and monuments host these communities, subtly altering our own structures. Studying them reveals life in slow motion, growth over years and centuries, broadening our definition of habitat. Even the densest rock holds secret spaces where life can flourish. In the polar realms, sea ice forms not a barrier, but a complex habitat filled with channels, pores, and pockets of salty water. Brine corridors teem with algae and microorganisms adapted to freezing and extreme salinity. I listen to the faint creak and consider the fragile abundance within. Phytoplankton and ice algae form a seasonal feast, their photosynthesis igniting life in a barren ocean. Tiny amphipods and copepods graze the algal skin, feeding fish, seals, and migratory birds. Channels expand and contract with the season, altering salinity and nutrients. Mats endure these swings. Even microbial predators patrol the corridors. This frozen architecture is exquisitely tuned and changing with the climate. Out in the open ocean, floating forests of sargassum form islands upon the waves. Each mat is a bustling metropolis, drifting with currents and winds. These rafts host fish, crabs, jellyfish, and myriad invertebrates, shelter in the blue desert. Juvenile loggerhead turtles use sargassum as a nursery until they can brave open water. Clinging crabs, shrimp, hydroids, and bryozoans add intricate structure. Mats travel vast distances, dispersing life. Storms can scatter or concentrate them overnight. To encounter one is to witness an oceanic oasis, proof that even in vast emptiness, life finds a home. Above the forest floor, suspended in sunlight and wind, the canopy forms a realm unto itself. Here, branches interlock to create a city in the sky. Epiphytes, lianas, and arboreal animals constructing homes among foliage. Orchids, bromeliads, and ferns take root upon branches, their tanks collecting rainwater, miniature ponds for invertebrates and frogs. Nests weave leaves and moss, sheltering eggs and chicks high above ground. Arboreal mammals, small primates, and gliding possums navigate an aerial labyrinth. The canopy drives distinct microclimates, hosting specialists, pollinators, and seed dispersers. Gaps and emergence diversify niches, enabling staggering coexistence in vertical space. A teeming, three-dimensional landscape, homes stacked, interwoven, constantly changing. Forests are measured upward too, much of their life, beyond our usual gaze. In the shaded understory, I discover homes fashioned from leaves, hollowed into miniature aquatic worlds. Pitcher plants trap unsuspecting insects, yet within, a complex community takes root. Larvae, midges, spiders, and beetles. Each pitcher becomes a tiny wetland, a self-contained food web known as phytotelmata. Bacteria and larvae break down prey, releasing nutrients the plant absorbs. Chemistry, shape, and even color filter which species can survive. To peer in is to glimpse a world where survival is measured in millimeters and minutes. At the interface of land and sea, mangroves stand as living stilts, weaving dense root forests. Pneumatophores, vertical breathing sticks, create labyrinthine habitats. Fish nurseries, crustaceans, invertebrates colonize every surface. Mangroves trap sediments and stabilize coasts, converting daily oscillation into enduring homes. Below the surface, in the cool silence of caves, life adopts a wholly different rhythm. Species adapted to perpetual darkness inhabit pools where light never penetrates. Eyes fade, touch and chemistry sharpen, food is scarce, detritus and chemoautotrophy prevail. Life runs slow, reproduction paced to scarcity. Some lineages evolve in isolation for ages. These underground homes are fragile, easily disturbed by surface change and groundwater pollution. Beneath our streets, in channels of concrete and stone, life persists. A hidden network where rats, insects, and resilient microbes make their homes. Runoff brings abundant food, mosquitoes breed, bacteria break down organic matter. Unique invertebrate assemblages adapt to flow and pollution. Scavengers and predators learn to live alongside us. Storm pulses transport life through these arteries, a testament to ecological plasticity. From towering termite mounds to woven aerial cradles, clever borrowings and lodges engineered of wood and water, to shared silken cities and symbiotic sanctuaries on reefs, empires below our feet, hollows harboring night's keepers, desert sentinels at the day's edge, and clay pots spun by tiny masons. Across extremes, homes arise where chemistry, structure, and time align. Our planet is a lattice of unexpected addresses. May we look closer and keep them strange, alive, and wondrous.